So everybody. So they finally done it. First Royale after for a good while has brought the update that shut down the main meta. And we're gonna talk a little bit about the update. First of all, I want to claim about something. Why the hell did iOS get their update almost 24 hours before everyone else? It's a pain in the ass. But that's just me. I know it's probably a lot of other people for real, but damn, that was irritating. I know some of y'all are feeling that frustration just as much as everyone else. But that's not what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about the new update. Now that I finally got a good look at it and what it means to the current meta and I guess the future of it all. So get right into that. All right. So the current the meta before the update was Inquisitor, the Corsair deck, Robot Clock, and Shaman. Current meta of what it was. Now after the update, this deck has just been completely shit on. I mean, over the past couple updates, when they've done things, I mean, let's think about it. In the last update, they nerfed Gadget, right? Because Gadget was OP as hell. Gadget's still viable with her attack speed and everything. You know, she's really good. And without just destroying Inquisitor, they destroyed Knight Statue and Scapper again. They've just Scrapper took a nerf last time, and he took a nerf again. Now it doesn't say anything in the read or whatever, but it takes 4 level 1 units now instead of 3 to upgrade 1 to 2 other units with the Scrapper effect. Now that that one doesn't really seem that big, but you know when you first hear it, but you sit back and think about it for a minute. Holy hell, that is a big difference because where it used to take 3 level 1 eating or a tier 2 and a tier 1 eating for Scrapper's effect to go off, now it goes to 4. And so, you know, when you go to 6, it would upgrade. Now it goes to 8 and then 12. By 12, you could have possibly upgraded 4 to 8 times, depending on your RNG. Now that's only 3 to 6. In the long game of it all, if you just gotta think about how much more mana that is. So long game wise, unless your crit is way up there, nah, Scrapper ain't gonna do it. And then Knight Statue. If I remember this correctly, this used to be see mine's at level 9, and I think this was at like 12 or 15 for attack speed increase. Drop down to 10. This is a big difference. Then upon activation, I can't remember exactly what that was at, but I think I think upon activation it's cut in half now. And that's just so bad. Usable still, but so bad in the long game. Because now it just gives Clock the extra boost to just kill him. And that's just high level Clock will destroy a Knight Statue now. Straight up. It would just I mean, because it's getting cut in half again. It'll go from attack speed increase 10% to 5%. So this deck is still extremely powerful now, even more so because they went back to the original robot now, where it used to take till 10 to activate for its attack speed or area damage was at 10, right? And now it's back to 5 for the area damage, which is so good. They just brought it back. Now it's just super OP again. And Blade Dancer guys, I'm sorry, because this affected y'all much more. Because unlike Inquisitor, where you only really have to like my original Inquisitor deck is this for the upgrade, right? You know, use Dryad to get the early upgrades and everything, and then use Scrapper for the rest. Now it's more dependent on Dryad than Scrapper. And it's the same way here. If you're not getting any Dryads, honestly, I think y'all just lose out in the long run against a good meta deck. And this is where also Corsair might end up being a thing in the lower end. It might have brought that back. Like you build into a Corsair deck and just kind of go off with it. I don't know. I hope not, but actually that might be really good if you're used in early. This might be really, really good. I mean, they didn't retouch Gadget at all, so this might actually work for you lower crit guys. Because the Inquisitor just isn't going to do it much anymore. You get you a decent spear, get you a Gadget level 5 at least, for that increased attack speed, might be alright. But other than that, they've also brought in the Zealot, which I don't have any. I don't have anything to send them right now, so I don't get to actually test them out yet. Because I wasted, before the update, I wasted all mine into Priestess, and I haven't gotten any more of that. Gotten a ton of Force, and that's about it. So, that's either here or there. I'll eventually get them up there. And then the other unit, which is still level 7 for me, is this, which I don't get to test out either. But the other change that I think is this change for me and for a bunch of you free to play guys, this is what's insane. They've taken out the unit, which most of y'all have known by now, and replaced it with glory tokens, which is awesome for the fact that you can use them to get this. Now, on a free to play, you don't get very many, but they give you option to get all this. And a free to play, you get what? I want to say about 550, 150 total, 250, 400. So you get 400. That's really not a stupid lot, but it gives you enough to get, 200 magic dust, which honestly, I wouldn't really be doing that unless you have like, you're really low on legendary units and stuff. Honestly, the epic fragments would probably be more what you get. 4 epic fragments. I think that's just cards. Because that'll give you free to play guys that don't have a high level one in the events. I'm hoping that they're going to do it for all the events, right? Because we don't know yet until it gets here. But this is nuts because it makes it to where y'all are able to get those pay to win units like Necromancer. Eventually, y'all can get them not as fast as just paying to get that 1,000 extra or whatever, 1,000, 100, 200. That extra 1,250, which makes it total to what? Almost 2K. I think it's like 100 shy of, no? Yeah, it's that'll make it a total of 400, 1,650. So just shy of 2,000. So even if we pay, we couldn't get it just off of getting the pass, right? And then you can get these little offers for an extra 200 and everything. I haven't got mine yet. This is always going to be there. But the guaranteed 4 right there. So in the long run, y'all be able to get it just as well as everyone else. Whereas beforehand, you couldn't even get a Necromancer without paying for it. Now it gives y'all in the long run, 6 months down the road, a year down the road, whatever, you can get him. And that's poggers. Necromancer is so good. Doesn't really pop up till level 5 though. Level 1 Necromancer really isn't that great, but once he hits level 5, he's amazing. And then, you know, his buff, which is actually nuts. Increased attack speed, damage, all that. The tiles, which increase critical chance and critical, just is nuts. That actually makes Zeus a viable character. But of course, give him the level 10 is what you want to do. Just to get that pop off of those tiles. Kind of like your damage increase tiles from your amulets. Nuts. It's a big, big boost. Like, huge boost for Zeus. And it's just a complete rework of it. And now, these days, they've also separated from seasonal offers to regular. And the seasonal offers for Book of Secrets, which will just instantly upgrade cards as long as you've got the whatever without using gold or crystals. Using card, so you just insta upgrade a unit with 6 pages. Now I'm not sure where you get all these pages from, but I'm guessing maybe that's in the news. My bad, my bad. Where is the pages at? Are they in here? Well, apparently they're not in here. So they haven't put them in here. Unless I just completely went by. Oh, Book of Secrets. There it goes. Can level of any unit, regardless of its rarity or current level. So you guys, you know, to obtain Book of Secrets, collect the necessary statement. But they're not saying where you get the pages from. I don't know if it's through co-op or anything yet. So one of the other guys might know about it. But I currently don't have that information. Unfortunately, I didn't get this update until this morning, like a couple hours ago when I woke up. I checked and it was finally there. But honestly, now the decks that you want to be running, and I hate to say this because it's y'all, because of my personal feelings on the matter of units, like I don't like Shaman. I just don't like them. Can't stand them. That's just my personal opinion. I don't like Shaman decks. Shaman decks are an easy way to get up there, but now it's just made Shaman decks that much more powerful. If anyone's using this, I mean, Shaman deck just shuts it down immediately. Now, unless their crit is up there and they can survive off of the tier 1 Inquisitor, I just don't see it happening. Or even 4 level tier 1 Inquisitors. I think Shaman just beats it out. Could be wrong, but that's just me. But in the end, Robot Clock's gonna be the thing that Corsair deck and Shaman decks. These two decks just aren't gonna work anymore in the long run. Which is good in the aspect that you get to experiment more with all the rest of your cards to figure out what's good. Honestly. That's actually a big pog in that aspect. Hex decks are back in there. Because you just put Dryad in there instead of Scrapper, get everything to tier 3 and just go off. You might get that using Harlequin. Might be alright. You just sacrifice Dryad or Scrapper, put in Harlequin with Dryads just to get all of them tiered up. It could work. Might be better that way in the aspect of actually using this stuff. But maybe someone will let me know. And honestly, for it, that would be it from me for today. If y'all have any comments or anything, leave it down in the section below. Hit that subscribe button, and I'll try and bring y'all more content as it comes along. And on that note, till next time.